It's been a real pleasure spending the week together with you and every day delivering a little dose of chizuk and musar on the daily aliyahs of the parsha. This idea of Shnayim Yomi is a brilliant one, founded by my very dear friend, Rabbi Danino, and all the credit goes to him for having this idea, not just having it, but implementing it and spreading it to thousands of people around the globe. This particular cycle of Shnayim Mikra, starting with Parshas Bereshis, is actually a historic one, as this Chumash has been born and been created. It actually came to fruition. The conception, I would say, of this Chumash was actually in this room in Lander College for Men, when about 4 years ago I was filming Parshas Vayera for Shnayim Yomi together with Rabbi Lad. And afterwards, we were sort of brainstorming about how we could, blow up this concept of Shnayim Yomi, but really, more importantly, the general mitzvah of Shnayim Mikra v'Echad Targum. And we were just throwing ideas around, and this idea of contacting ArtScroll, the premier publishing house of Klal Yisrael, to embark on this amazing project, which surprisingly had never been done until now. I mean, you'd think that ArtScroll would have already, done this, at the first year that they were created. This is such an obvious, project that they would have embarked on. But for some reason, Hashem allowed us to be the ones to bring it to fruition. And it's a great zchus to be able to have had a little part in it. And the hope is that many, many thousands of Jews that always were maybe a little bit afraid of Shnayim Mikra starting it out because it's a little bit tricky to do the pasuk targum thing, but now suddenly it's so easy, it almost does itself. The Chumash is laid out in such a beautiful way that you have an introduction to every aliyah, a paragraph, maybe a couple of sentences, and then you have pasuk targum, beautifully laid out in the ArtScroll fonts. On the bottom, there's the Rashi with nakudas in it, so it couldn't be easier to learn Rashi. And on the sides, which is really, the origination, the novelty of this Chumash, is that it's not a regular English translation. It's actually the translation of the Targum Onkelos. So Targum Onkelos, which is really the mitzvah to read the Aramaic Targum and understand the nuances of the Targum. There's many, it's not just a translation, it's also a commentary on Chumash. So until now, it was very difficult to do that, but now you have right on the side of the Chumash, as you're learning the pasuk Targum in Hebrew and Aramaic, you have immediate access to the English translation of Targum. And this is very new, and it's a great addition, because in addition to people that are very comfortable reading Aramaic in the original, which is the way you're supposed to be doing it, and learning, of course, Rashi if you can, but by understanding the English translation of the Targum, it gives it much more flavor. But in addition to that, there are many, many people out there that we recognize are not comfortable reading Targum. It's very difficult, although it's obviously highly recommended to do it in the original Targum, and by doing so, you will get a lot of fluency in Aramaic, which is always helpful as you're going through Gemara, which is written in Aramaic. But understanding that there are many people that are just simply not comfortable and not fluent, and it doesn't go easily, and for many people that has always been an impediment to starting this important mitzvah of Shnayim Mikra v'Echad Targum. So we went to the great Gedalim of our time, including Shmuel Kamenetsky, who should live and be well, Yeshev Refuah Shlema, and also Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef, the chief rabbi of Israel, the Rishon LeZion, and they both said, this is a very, very big chiddush that many people are very surprised by, but also very pleased by, that if you can't do the Targum in the original, then you could be Yotze, your mitzvah, you could accomplish and fulfill your mitzvah of Shnayim Mikra v'Echad Targum by reading the Psukim in Hebrew twice, and then doing the Targum in English once. And that's an amazing new chiddush that this Chumash is also bringing to Klal Yisrael. And this is something that I really urge everybody to go out and get this chumash, and donate these chumashim to your shul, donate it to the local yeshivas, because this is a game changer. As soon as Klal Yisrael understands the power of this chumash, Shnayim Yomi will not be something that some scholars are doing and everyone else is feeling guilty about not doing, but it will be something that every Jew will be able to do with ease and with excitement, because the Chumash is simply beautiful and it accomplishes everything that we had set out to do 4 years ago. As we were discussing it, we can't believe that the dream is actually in our hands, literally, and we cannot thank Klal Yisrael enough for enabling this to happen. Of course, the Rabbi for giving us the siyat d'shmaya that this happened, and now it's Klal Yisrael's turn to embrace this chumash and learn it and make sure that your home is full of bracha that comes about through this incredible mitzvah of Shnayim Yomi, that your children, your grandchildren should hear the sounds of chumash being heard in your home, and not only hearing it, but seeing people faithful to the words of the chumash, and it will guarantee change your family life, your children's life, your life, because it will elevate and uplift the Torah in the home, and there's no greater blessing than that. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful, beautiful Shabbos.